Well, hello everyone, my name is zwiggojr and welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be taking a first look at the ROM hack Pokemon Team Magma Edition. And there is a big reason why I'm super hyped for this game. A lot of you have watched my Pokemon Team Rocket Edition video, and if you've watched it, you know that I absolutely am in love with the game. I really love playing as the evil team in a Pokemon game. It's something that you don't get to do very often, and it really is refreshing. So this game is basically still in its first beta, but that doesn't mean that we can't take a short look at the game. Because if it's going to shape out like Pokemon Team Rocket Edition, it really does have a lot of potential. So there's not a lot to the game at the moment, but what we do know is that we are once again going to be able to steal Pokemon just like in Team Rocket Edition. Besides that, there is going to be a custom soundtrack, which I am really excited for. There are going to be many side quests, which is also cool, just like in Pokemon Unbound. And I of course think that working for Maxie and Tabitha is going to be amazing, just like it was for Giovanni. So I would highly recommend keeping an eye on this ROM hack as updates come out, because I know that I will be playing every single version of this thing when it drops. But without further ado, let's just get into the beta of Pokemon Team Magma Edition. So normally in games you get greeted by a professor, but in this game you get greeted by Tabitha, of course your superior. And to be completely honest, he doesn't really treat you very well. He calls you lazy, and in general, he's just being an ass. He also tells us that in the near future, we will be getting our first starter, which is a Poochyena, and we're also going to be able to steal Pokemon from other trainers. We then get to pick our character, and if you pick a boy, you pretty much look like an emo kid in a Team Magma outfit, with like the white hair going over your eye. Looking pretty edgy, but it really does fit Team Magma. After giving yourself your name, you get thrown into the Team Magma Hideout. But it's not any of the hideouts that we've seen in the past, so not the one from Mount Chimney, but it's also not the hideout at Lilico City. As we get thrown into the game, our first objective is to go and stand in a line with all of the other grunts. And Tabitha immediately gives us the respect that we deserve. No, he actually treats everyone like rats. I think I'm personally more of a fan of Cyrus's speeches, but hey, that's just my preference. So he tells us that we're going to be getting our first Pokemon here, and after we get it, we need to go to his office in order to get our first mission. Our starter is going to be a Poochyena, which is just the most fitting Pokemon for this team, just like with Rattata and Team Rocket. Although a Numel would also have worked very well. So as we go to Tabitha's office, he already forgot our name. And our first mission is going to be capturing and kidnapping a professor named Kuko. He is currently stationed at Falarbur Town, and we will be helping one of the admins, Blaze, that we have actually never met in the mainline series, so this is a whole new admin. On our way out, we have to send in Bob. I don't know if Bob is going to be referred to further into the story, but I like Bob. Bob is my man. As we then leave the base, we see that it's actually in the desert. So this is probably in an alternate storyline, since Team Magma normally does not have a base in the desert as far as I know. But after that, we do make our way over to Falarbur Town and meet up with the rest of the squad. Blaze explains to us that this is going to be a very easy mission, and that all we actually have to do is just bombard the house next to us with all of the manpower that we have, and we need 2 people that need to guard the entrance. As we go into the house, we see that Blaze is interrogating 3 scientists. He basically tells Professor Cosmo to come with us because we have the entire building surrounded. But Professor Cosmo is like, why? I always supported Team Magma. Why do y'all want to kidnap me? Blaze then explains that they need him for the meteors at Meteor Falls because they need them to awaken Groudon. But Cosmo does not want to give these meteorites away, so we are going to have to take him by force. And this is your first real boss battle in the game. The guy starts off with a Soul Rock, but if you just evolve your starter, you can easily take him down with just 2 bites. The next Pokemon is a Skarmory, and I managed to capture a Numel on the way here, so I could easily take him down with some fire moves. The last Pokemon is Lunatone, which we again take down with Mightyena. You should really not have any problem with this fight if you just level up your Pokemon a little bit. After the fight, of course, Cosmo isn't too happy. He says that karma will catch up to us, but Blaze is saying that we're doing all of this for the good of Hoenn. You know, because 7 out of 10, too much water, we need more land. I am with Team Magma on this one. Cosmo then tells him that he wants to use the meteorite to save people, but Blaze isn't having any of it, and he immediately shoots his argument down. Cosmo then says wait until Steven hears about this, but that argument also does not trigger Blaze at all. He's like, do you really think Steven cares about you? He only cares about money from his father's company, the Devon Corporation. He also says that we are going to save Hoenn from everything, like there's not gonna be any crime anymore. We're going to make sure that this region is going to be the best region ever. But then Cosmo says, you're all just like Team Aqua. You're basically the same team with different ideals. And Blaze is of course like, don't compare us to Team Aqua, they're scum. After that, we take him to Meteor Falls, where we find out that the other two scientists escaped because these Team Magma grunts can't do anything on their own. And together we all enter Meteor Falls. Then just as we're about to unveil the meteorite and uncover all of its secrets, a Team Magma grunt comes in and is like, there are two powerful trainers outside that beat up all of our grunts. So we're like, how did this happen? So Blaze takes the meteorite by force, but just as we're about to leave, these two trainers come in. It's of course May and Brendan, but in this game they're called Ruby and Sapphire. And they don't really seem to take this very seriously since they're talking about coffee and not about what's actually happening. And so Blaze actually gets mad and he's like, prepare to feel my wrath. Ruby and Sapphire say that actually the champion Steven Stone sent them on this quest in order to defeat the terrorists that are Team Magma. And so we jump right into the battle and we already see that there is no way that we're winning this. They start off with a Myena and a Gardevoir and absolutely destroy my team. And it basically is the same as with Red in Mount Moon in Pokemon Team Rocket Edition, because you're actually meant to lose this battle. After the battle, we sadly enough do have to hand over the meteorite, and Ruby and Sapphire then go for a coffee after all this. After that, Blaze sends us back to the hideout because we have to go and report back to Tabitha about everything that happened. But sadly enough, that part isn't in the game yet. This is where the beta ends, so this is where the story ends. Besides this, there isn't really that much to do aside from I think a few side quests that I haven't found yet, but I really want to see a lot of support for this game because I think that it can be amazing. So I will drop a link in the description where you can find their community page. From there you can download the game yourself or you can join their Discord to try and help out in certain ways. I really do think that they would appreciate the support. So far, I really think this game is already great. It basically starts off the same as Pokemon Team Rocket Edition, which is exactly what I wanted in a sequel from that game. I like that you actually get to lose and still progress through the game, because you basically learn from your previous actions. And I absolutely cannot wait to see how this story unfolds further. And I think that's everything said about Pokemon Team Magma Edition. If you guys really enjoyed this kind of short review of a upcoming Pokemon ROM hack, definitely let me know by commenting down below, and maybe you can suggest some games that aren't finished yet that I could review in the future. Besides that, I of course want to thank the membership and Patreon supporters as always. Thank you once again, because of you guys I can buy bread. If you want to sign up yourself, the link is in the description. And with that out of the way, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. I'm Zwiggo, and I'll see you guys next time.